Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is your boy Pedro back with another video for the channel. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing well as well. Today I'm going to talk to you about the hidden secret of compounding, like how to avoid the rat race. Okay, it's called how to avoid work-live scam. You people heard of that song that is adulthood not scam. I think her name is I can't remember now, sorry, but I like that song. Adulthood is adulthood not scam. So is Nigerian type of English. So it's like adulthood is a scam. So in that song, what it talks about is about you finding out yourself when you leave your parents, like there is nobody to call to send you money, nobody to pay your rent. So you have to deal with everything yourself. So but that's not the point. So today we're going to talk about work leave is a scam. So we're going to talk about that scam and how we can avoid it. So that's what we want to talk about today. At the end of the video, I will cover a little bit about COTPs because I'm getting a lot of questions about it. As we know, today is already Monday, the 3rd of October. So it's another month again, we're starting. So everybody is wondering, especially now that we had the news about, sorry, because it's in London, it's very cold. So it's cold, so we need some hot drink. So what was I saying? So we're gonna talk a little bit about COTPs. So stay till the end of this video. We're gonna talk about WOTC is still around scamming people, so they're still renewing different type of different type of publicity. So I'm going to talk about that at the end as well, like so you can just be prepared about what is going on. Yes, so you can avoid all that type of scam. And what else I'm going to talk about? I'll talk about how we can change our mindset. So because what we are taught since childhood, it normally affects our adulthood, our financial well-being, and all that kind of stuff. So I'll share at the end. I'll share as well according to this video as well. I'll share what books that we need to help us, what type of books that we need to read to help us change our mindset, to change the way we think. Because if you change the way you think, then you can change the way you live, you can change the way you view money, you can change the way you view family, all that type of thing. So it's all about what you think. Okay. There is this meme going on about Kanye West that never read a book in his life, not even one, but he's still rich and all that kind of stuff. So, and many young people, many people are trying to think like, okay, I can just not read any book in my life and I'll still be rich and blah, blah, blah. Well, if you are where rich people are, maybe you might have a chance if you talk to rich people, you ask good questions, then you might have a chance. But if not, then you have no chance, because everything depends on how your environment matters. Basically, your environment matters. So if you already been you've been already programmed a certain way, for you to change it is very, very difficult. It's not easy. That's why you see many people, many poor people, because they think like poverty is a good thing. They learn poverty as a good thing. Being poor, you will go to heaven. You'll be blessed. You are blessed for being poor. All that kind of those words, because that says it in the Bible, like in Timothy chapter, First Timothy chapter 6, I think. Yeah, let me see. Let me see on my note. Yeah, First Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. That says that says it right here. It says, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils." And I'm not even going to read the B part, which says it's, so I'm not going to read the B part. So people only read that little that says, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils." And that's what they teach us. And that stays in our brain. It stays all years. You keep thinking money is not a good thing, is a bad thing. But I really don't see the bad thing about having money, to be honest. It makes you feel good when you have money. It makes you feel, you can afford what you want to afford. So, and you don't keep the money in your pocket like, okay, I have 500,000. I'm gonna keep it in my pocket, so I'm gonna feel heavy while I'm going to say it's bad thing because it's too heavy. No, money is just a number. It's the numbers that you should write under your name. So it's good thing to have it, but we get taught not to have it. So the Bible, we got taught the wrong things, to respect the wrong things, but the good things we don't get taught it. Nobody explains it to us. Like in the same Bible, it says about in Genesis chapter 2, yeah, in Genesis chapter 2, verse 5 and verse 15. Yeah, so it says this. Verse 5, it says, "When no bush of the field was yet in the land, and no small plant of the field had yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain on the land, and there was no man to work the ground." So basically, what it's saying, when God created everything, so there was no man yet to manage what God created. So God prevented the world of rain. It wasn't raining, because if it rained, then there will be grass in the garden. There will be trees growing in the garden. So God never wanted that. He wanted the garden to be clean. He wanted the garden, someone to take care of the garden, to be nice, to look good, and all of that. So in verse 15, it says, "The Lord God took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to work it and keep it." So we are in the earth right now. If we take the earth as the Garden of Eden, yeah, we take the earth as the Garden of Eden. We are here in this earth to work it and to keep it. Okay. But what they taught us about the Bible is we are in here to be poor so we can go into heaven. That it doesn't make any sense. So God says something else, but then the teachers that taught us about the Bible, our parents normally believed it, and they passed it to us as well. We believe it. We're passing it to our children. So it keep on going and going and going. So that's how the poverty is still ranking in our families. Is still going on and on. We just feel like being poor is great, is because I'm going to go to heaven. You already been to heaven. You already been there. God sends you here to work this earth. And for you to work it, you have to have money. Like that's how the world is now. It's not like the word when God created it, when it was when it was just animal, and trees and that kind of stuff. Now things are now mechanical. We need money to get, because there are things we cannot do ourselves in our hands. So you need money and hire companies to do it for you. Yeah, you want to build a big church for you to preach the word of God. You need people, like you need bricklayers, you need structural engineers, you need so many kind of stuff. So you need money to afford all that kind of stuff. You need money to do it. So you have to have money. That's how it is. You understand? But then they created even the songs. Yeah, the songs. So while I'm talking this, so let me share the screen with you so we can start moving, because otherwise the video, if I keep talking, the video will take very, very long. But I want to share the screen so we can at the same time talk and, talk and learn at the same time, because we are learning together. So what I mean is, yeah, they created the songs as well, and now they taught us like working on our own is not good. We have to work for other people because there is security and that kind of stuff. So when I was in college, I always wanted to have a lot of money. Like, I'm not even going to talk being rich, but I always wanted to have a lot of money. So I was always asking questions. So there was this teacher that I had, that was my IT teacher. So he told me about, he said, like, if you wanna, I asked her, like, I wanna have a lot of money, but how can I do it? Then at the time, because when I was in college, I think, well, the internet was around, but not as much as a tool of making money, basically, at the time. So what she said, she was like, well, you can be a celebrity if you want to make a lot of money. But then I start thinking, being celebrity doing what? So I start thinking about that. Being celebrity, then what am I gonna do? Or you can start, you have to be a newsreader. That's what she told me. Or you can do, web design. It is still gonna make a lot of money. But then I was still thinking, I'm like, no, what about having your own company? Then she said, no, having your own company, what if the company goes down, you can't, then you have nothing left. But if you're working for someone, it's always good to be working for someone. So if your company goes down, if that company goes down, then you will still get paid, but then the owner, that is the one that's going to lose. But if it's your own company, then you will not have a way out. Then I got confused, like, because when you are young, you're still asking questions, you get confused. And there was this day, I asked my other teacher, my physics teacher, when it was like a couple of years past, I asked my physics teacher the same question. Then he was like, oh, well, you have to do a course that gives you money. Then I start asking how much doctors make. Then at the time, I think it was, I can't remember how much, but it was good money. It's like, if you save that money a lot, then eventually you'll become rich. Then we went to try, because you have to go, and there was a place in college where you have to go and see if you can get put in a course where it's going to take you through medicine, basically. Then when I went there, they said, no, you can't do medicine because you are not born here, and that was in the UK at the time, right? So it was like, you're not born here and your English is not good yet for you to do medicine. I was really down. I felt really down at the time. Then my teacher said, don't feel bad. I'll guide you to do different course. You can do petroleum. So that's how I did petroleum engineering at university. So that will be another story. So at the time, I went on holiday. I think on my 18th birthday, I went on holiday. Was not on holiday. I think it was my birthday. It wasn't holiday. I was just with my brother in his house, and he put some music that was a music that was he was singing at the time, and he was saying, God, don't make me rich, don't make me poor, just give me what is enough for me, basically, what is enough for me, but don't make me rich, don't make me poor. I was confused because everything that was money thing, I was interested in it. So when I heard that song, then I asked my brother, like, how much is gonna be enough for you? Because he said, God is not to make you rich, not to make you poor. How much is gonna be enough for you? Then he was like, oh, couple of millions. I said, like, in numbers, like a couple of millions, how much? Then he said, like, 1 or 2 million, then you'll be fine. I was like, 2 million is already a lot of money, then you'll be rich. What do you mean? Not to make you rich, not to make you poor. If you are aiming at 2 million, then we start laughing. It was like, well, depends on where you live. Like 2 million, I think is gonna be enough. But then you'll be surprised. My brother's been chasing more than 2 million, to be honest. But that was just like, then I went to do petroleum engineering, and then eventually I moved into investing and trading and this kind of stuff. So all I wanted to say is what you think matters. So what you normally think, it matters. Because if you are in the middle of what people think, like being rich is a bad thing, you always see rich people as your enemies, like they will go to hell and you the one that's going to go to heaven. That is really not a good thing. It's going to be a bad thing. So you have to change that mentality. So that's why I came up with this so today we can talk about the hidden secret of compounding, because we get taught of work, like you have to study hard and find a job. When you find a job, work hard, save money, get mortgage. Yeah, get mortgage. Then after that, you pay off the mortgage, then you die. Yeah, then you actually haven't lived your life according to what God has planned for you. Okay, so the compounding, um, the compounding compounding is the secret. So compounding is the hidden secret, that will actually change your life once you understand it. Like Robert Einstein called it, compounding is the seventh wonder of the world. And what he said, basically, if you understand it, you get paid for it. But if you don't understand it, you pay it. Okay? So those that don't understand compounding is the people that pay for us actually to make money. And people who understand it, we actually make money out of it. So it's only two sides. Either you understand it, you get paid. If you don't understand it, then you pay. So those people who are working really, really hard in their jobs, I'm not saying if you are employed somewhere, don't work hard in your job. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is you have to have appetite of risk, like risk appetite. You have to have a risk appetite and start adventuring in compounding for you to actually see the wonder of the world, to find out like how really easy it is. Because if you work, it's like because many people were like when I was a uni or even in college, that's what it was. Like you're gonna plan to get a job, you'll work until you are in the UK, you are I think 67 now, because the life expectancy is between 81 and 85. Well, you can go a little bit longer. People are living longer now before you die. But then you work for 50 years to be free for 13 or 18 years, then you die. Basically, there is nothing here for you. So you've been spending your time not even enjoying life with your family, or you even forget the sense of family. All you just have is just like work, 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 work. You want to save as much as you can, but saving will never make you rich. That's what people don't understand. Like saving will never make you rich. It doesn't matter how much you save, or it doesn't matter how much you make, because what people don't understand, you can study, let's say, um, not everyone, even if you study hard, not everyone will be um, a top-notch doctor or a top-notch engineer or a top-notch. So the harder you work or the more you get paid, the more you get taxed as well. Yeah. So the more you get paid, the more you get taxed, the more um you are the more you spend as well. Because if you work very hard, you get paid, for example, 100,000 in a year, and you pay 45% tax. So in your 100,000, you have 50,000 left. The 40,000 you paid in tax, and your lifestyle is pretty high. Yeah, you expect yourself to rent, if not, if you're taking a mortgage, your mortgage to be in a rich people area where you pay very expensive. So the majority of the money that you make, it's already going in all that kind of stuff. So you will be saving as hard as you can, and you will never be satisfied, because you can never be rich, to make it as simple as that. So so work hard is a scam, because work hard, save money, take mortgage, pay off the mortgage, then start taking pension, then after that you die. So all of that is a scam. So it's not something that you should be contemplating. Okay. So this is what I came up with. For example, if you get given on the right here on my right is the job opportunity, for example, that is paying you 2,000, which is 24,000 in a year. 24,000, that is the UK minimum, I think. Let's see, per hour. Yeah, I think that's the London living wage. 9.7 is the London living wage. I'm not even sure it's national. I think national living wage is still around 8 something. I'm not sure. But this is 24,000 is like on average. That's how average pay in the UK, 24,000. And to make 2,000 in a month, and in here investment, for example, this is 14,640. That as well will make you 2,000 for a 3% per week. That will make you 2,000 a month as well. If you invest, for example, if you invest, all I'm saying here is for educational purpose only. I'm not saying go invest 14,000. Probably you don't have it, but I'm just saying for those that have it, for example, if you have 24,000, you get paid every month. 2,000, you get paid 2,000 every month. The tax is 91,000. National insurance number is 126. So your net wage is 1,683. So this is, there is not even a pension. You haven't taken any pension from this. So there is no pension. There is no transport. You haven't taken the transport, depends on where you work. So right here, we just, on average, we're saying, okay, you will take home 1,683 pounds, okay? But as you started with the same way that the person started investing at 14,000, at the end of the year, you will make 20,199. As I said, this is still like gross, even though it says net wage, but only tax and national insurance. So the pension is not taken, transport is not taken, all your expenditures is not taken from this. But the same person that invested 14,000 where you started, let's say you started in January 2023, for example, then in January 2024, you will have 20,000 as employment, and the person that invested 14,640 will have 67. But both of you started in your first month 2,000. That's how the compounding works. So as you guys remember, so we're still talking about the compounding. So your money stays, it's just static, it doesn't move. But as you can see here, every month the money is increasing. Every single month the money is compounding. As you can see, the interest is compounding. But every day, I mean, every week, still 3%. They haven't changed the percentages, but your money keeps increasing every single month. So at the end, your accumulated pay is 67,000. But then the person that is in employment, who doesn't want to take any risk, his payment is or her payment is 20,199. Yeah. When you take transport, you take rent, or you take rent or mortgage. If you've taken mortgage, so if you take rent, you take a mortgage and everything. I think right here you only have 2,000. Yeah, you'll have like 2,000 left, because most of people that make this money at the end of every month, they are around 200 pounds left, or 150 pounds in their pocket. Okay, so this is the example of investment versus employment. So compounding is the wonder, is like the seventh wonder. It's not for no reason, because lack of money basically makes you if you lack money, you will become jealous, Um, um, so we have to start changing the narrative of the words. So like when they say love of money is what did they even say? Love of money is the root of all evil. So you have to change it to say lack of money is the root of all evil. Because, for example, if you don't have money, you are more likely to be jealous of the people that have money. If you don't have money, you are more likely to be envious, and you are more likely to kill other people for the money. You are more likely to steal, and you are more likely to feel like rich people are your enemy, are bad people. They should be taxed more because they're just bad people. Rich people are bad people. So all those kind of things, they will make you, I don't see all those kind of things, how they will take you to heaven, because that's what they say. Because if you are poor, then you are blessed because you'll go to heaven. How if you are jealous? How if you are envious? How if you can kill? It makes no sense. So guys, think about compounding. Yeah, compounding is always the good way forward. So right now, before we finish, I'm gonna go, as I promised. I'm gonna talk about COTPs like pretty quickly. So let me bring my phone and see what we can see here. As I was saying, so let's go to COTPs so we can talk about it as well to see what is going on. Because while I'm making this video, I'm receiving enormous text messages. So as you can see, this is how it looks like right here. This is the same way it always looked like. So I really don't see much difference. But I think I just don't think it's the screen has gone tilted because I dropped it. So so even if, let's see, so let's change the screen this way. So as much as I want to think it's gone, something deep inside me keeps telling me I should still be hopeful. I really don't think it's gone, because the money right here, let me bring it here so you guys can see. So the money right here, this is the hot wallet. The hot wallet keeps the money is still there, 1.7 billion, 1.739, and the cold wallet is 1.745. So that makes it to about 8.4 billion or 8.5, around those numbers. So I really don't see it. Maybe when we stop talking about it, everybody forgets it. That's when everyone forgets that COTPs existed. Maybe that's when they will come back. I don't know, but I just don't know how they're gonna how are they gonna explain, or how are they gonna take this money, all this money, and got in their way, I don't think it's gonna be possible, to be honest. So that was just what I wanted to share. For me, I still hope and believe that COTPs, they're just around the corner. I don't know. I just don't know, but that's what I think. And in a minute, I will talk about WOTC as well. So let me talk about WOTC because, as you guys know, they are multiplying the type of publicity. They're using their what do you call it? They're using their foundation to steal people's money, technically, because they're bringing these pictures right here. So let me share it with you guys. And as I said, I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to expose them as many times as possible so they can like right here. So let me do this before we move on. We still got a couple of stuff to talk about in the compounding. So I'll go back as quickly as possible. So I want to talk about what screen is the screen? That one, yeah. So right here, as you can see right here, look, they're using these pictures as a foundation. So these foundations only come when they need money. They start coming with all these pictures, like blaming it on poor people that they don't know anything. These people trying to use them. I don't know if it's one of the family's people. I don't know. So they're trying to use them and share online in the name of WOTC. So they get paid and put themselves together for pictures. Yeah, they do all this in some places that we don't know, somewhere in Nigeria maybe, or Ghana, I don't know. They send these pictures and they target their own brothers and sisters to put their money, because the majority of people they target is Black people that want to be rich as quickly as possible. So they use, like, for example, right here, yeah, on the 30th, right here, for example, the 30th of September, they came around 1912. They came, congratulations to total transaction volume of WOTC exceeded 200,000 US dollars. Then 2 hours later, yeah, look, 2 hours later, exactly 2 hours later, they came again. Congratulations to WOTC exceeded 300,000. Then 2 days later, 500,000. Then 1 day later, 600,000. So they keep writing big numbers here to get people, so they can get people lured into their business. So people, because this channel, English channel, WOTC English channel, was never to write like money stuff. They were all share, they limited themselves into these pictures. Like the pictures I just showed you, these pictures right here. But right now, they know like it's not really catching. They're now bringing big numbers to get people fooled so they can start putting their money. So make sure you are very careful with these people. Don't fall in them and don't fall in any scam anymore. So yeah, so going back to our what I was talking about, because the video stopped somehow. I don't know if the battery of the phone went down. I just don't know how, but the video stopped working. So now we are back on this, and let's go back to our compounding before we finish. So the compounding, I don't want to take it any longer. So as I was saying, so when you are because most of the stuff I said here wasn't recorded, so I missed it. So all I'm saying right here, you have to make sure you are you have a risk appetite, because it doesn't matter how much you save, you're not going to be able to be financially free. Basically, it's like impossible to be financially free. That's why you need to learn, because if you don't learn compounding and understand it, you will have to pay it for all your life. And those that understand it, they get paid all their life. Okay. And right here now, we're gonna go to the books that I have prepared. So these books are the books that should help you to, these books should help you to change your mindset, change your thinking, and there has to be in this order. So you can just listen to the audiobooks on YouTube, or you can buy them, I don't know, from Amazon or whatever, if you have money. If you don't, then you can just listen to them one by one into this order, because you see, especially us Black people, we are very, very proud when we celebrate. We normally celebrate um certificate from university, but we don't celebrate people that create companies and people that become financially free on their own. So we think like university will once you finish university, get a degree, then you will solve all the problem. And university is just a little bit of it. So all you have to know is, because once you get in corporate, you'll be spending more, and you will spend more and more. Sometimes it's going to take you years before even you jump the ladder, or you start going, you're not even going to jump, you start going slow in the ladder. And by that time, you're already like at the old age, and you haven't really done much. You get a pension. Now you start living with your with pension, so until you die. So these books will help you like think and grow rich. That's what it says. That's why it's the first one in the list. So you have to change your thinking. It's the first thing you have to do. Change your thinking. So think and grow rich. Then the Millionaire Next Door. Once you read these books, Rich Daddy, Poor Daddy, then the Cash Flow Quadrant, then How Successful People Think. So I think once you've done until to this point, there is not a lot of book, it's not a lot of book. These books helped me change like the way I used to think about money. And they're just great books, basically. They're just great books. You have to read them. If you already have, read them over and over again, and you will see your thinking will be different. There is this meme going on about Kanye West, that he doesn't read any book but is rich. But all depends on your environment. Okay, not everybody has the same privileges. Okay, so if you can't find it where you are, you have to find it in the books. Okay, so make sure there is nobody that will come to force you to do anything. You have to stand up and do it yourself. Okay, if you want to invest, you have to be courageous and decide to take the risk, because if you don't jump, nobody will help you to do it. You have to jump yourself. And employment alone, with salary alone, you're not gonna make it. It's impossible. Okay. So as you already know, this is your boy Pedro, and subscribe to the channel, share this video. I talked a little bit more on the previous video, but obviously didn't record. I'll make sure next time maybe I might do the second part of this video to make sure everything, there was a technical problem. So subscribe to this channel and share the video with your friends and family. As I always say, don't be greedy with the information. Share it with your friends and family. It's always a good thing to do. So one love. I love you. Bye. Bye-bye.